MJ. And I tell you now, you log this. This man will beat Naoya Inoue.
Naoya, stop ducking me. One fight, Uzbek power coming.
You are disappointing, Naoya Inoue. You are not the fighter that I thought you were. I've got to say, his resume is pretty shit, to be honest with you. This is not a pound-for-pound resume, and this is not a pound-for-pound year. Take him out of the pound. Naoya Inoue, time to be taken out of the pound-for-pound list.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So obviously, massive night in the world of boxing. Terence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez in a fantastic fight. I went to bed quite late last night. Woke up a few hours later to watch Naoya Inoue against MJ Akhmadaliev. Naoya Inoue winning in just dominant fashion, really. You know, brilliant performance from Naoya Inoue and retaining his belts undisputed at 122 pounds. Now, I actually want to break down this video into a couple parts. I want to break down, Naoya Inoue, his performance, what I think is next for him. But firstly, I want to address MJ Akhmadaliev and Eddie Hearn. MJ Akhmadaliev, look, like I said previously, I feel like he was being very disrespectful to Naoya Inoue, saying that he was running and he was scared. I think Eddie Hearn as well, was very disrespectful, saying that Naoya Inoue, he should be removed from the pound-for-pound list. He's been ducking MJ Akhmadaliev for years. Akhmadaliev has been his mandatory all this time, and Inoue doesn't want it. He's going to get beat and hurt. Inoue's resume is not good. And again, I feel like this is my issue with Eddie Hearn. You just don't need to do these things. I mean, I feel like there is a difference between promoting a fighter and just talking complete and utter nonsense. I watched that fight. I watched every single round. MJ Akhmadaliev is nothing special. Okay, he's tough. He's a tough fighter. He's obviously got power, but what did he do in that fight? He did absolutely nothing. So, you're not going to sit there and talk all that and then come around after the fight and say, oh, Inoue was just too good. I mean, this is my issue. What was it that you saw in MJ Akhmadaliev that was going to trouble Inoue? I mean, you came to Japan, mate, and you didn't do anything. You pretty much stood right in front of him. Inoue dictated the entire fight, boxed beautifully. MJ Akhmadaliev looked for that for the back right hand the whole fight. Inoue saw it coming. In round 12 with about 10-15 seconds left, MJ finally landed it. It was a massive right hand, but it was too late. Inoue took it. He didn't go down. I felt like he was stunned a little bit. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think you've seen it a lot in these Japanese fights where I think the judges are very generous. I think one judge gave Akhmadaliev 3 rounds. The other 2 judges gave him 2 rounds. For me, you could have called that fight a shutout. I think MJ Akhmadaliev at most won 1 round. I mean, I feel like it was, easy work for Inoue. To me, I felt like that was, a sparring session, really. And again, I think Eddie Hearn and MJ Akhmadaliev, really need to look at themselves. Because I've got no problem with a fighter, having confidence in themselves, saying that they're going to win. But, what you do is you go over there, you say Inoue's a great champion, and you're really, humble about it. And Eddie Hearn and MJ Akhmadaliev, they were not. MJ, saying Inoue's ducking him, he's scared, running around. I mean, there was no running around in that ring. He stood right in front of you and gave it to you every single round, and you didn't do anything. You did nothing in that fight. Tapala's was a tougher fight. So that's what I have to say to those two. Again, I feel like they need to, really learn from this. But as for Naoya Inoue, what I want a lot of you to do, I want you to go back to and watch that video that I posted yesterday. And I said, this is exactly what I wanted to see from Naoya Inoue. You do not need to do this whole ego thing, okay? You do not need to go in there and try and protect your knockout record. I also did not want Naoya Inoue to go in there and fight emotionally. Eddie Hearn had been talking a lot. MJ had been talking a lot. I didn't want him to go in there and fight emotionally and make a mistake. If you watch that performance from MJ, all he did all night was try and wait for Inoue to make a mistake. That performance from Naoya Inoue reminded me of the Stephen Fulton performance. And that's 2 times now where a lot of fans have actually said, this is the guy to beat Inoue. Fulton's the bigger fighter. Inoue's moving up in weight. Fulton's the better technical boxer. MJ Akhmadaliev, he's tough, he's got power, he's been calling for it, he's been asking for the fight. And I think in those 2 fights, you have seen a disciplined performance from Naoya Inoue, and that's what I wanted to see. From round 1, he was on his toes, his defense was secure, he wasn't going in reckless, he was landing punches in bunches and then getting out, landing his punches, getting out. And I thought it was just a marvelous performance from Inoue. He's an exceptional fighter. For me, in terms of talent, he's the best fighter on the planet. But really, you know, in terms of 1, 2, and 3 in the pound for pound list, there's no real point, okay, saying my order, because these 3 are just above everyone else. It's Naoya Inoue, it's Alexander Usyk, and it's Terence Crawford. Choose whoever you want, top 1, 2, and 3. I'm completely fine with, you know, after that performance against Canelo Alvarez, if anyone wants to put Crawford at number 1, I've got no problems with that. But make no mistake, Inoue is a special, special fighter. He's obviously got Picasso later in the year. You know, he's got, looks like Nakatani next year. Again, for Inoue, he really didn't take any punishment in that fight. You know, it felt like a sparring session for the most part, so I think he can definitely fight later in the year. And I think if he fights that way against Nakatani, I think Nakatani is a different challenge. He's another southpaw. I think Nakatani's a bit quicker than Akhmadaliev. I think his timing is a little bit better as well. I think he'll, you know, really come and bring it. True Japanese style. But yeah, very, very happy for Naoya Inoue. And again, I'm mainly happy because I thought he fought a disciplined, smart fight. And that's really what I want to see. You don't need to knock all these guys out. MJ Akhmadaliev, he's got a good chin. You don't need to knock him out. Just, you know, win that fight on points. It was not boring. I thought it was a great fight. And it was a, you know, a masterclass performance from Inoue. So those are my thoughts. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. And I'll see you guys on the next one.